very good. Okay, very good.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Tuesday, October 20th, 2020. So that's 10/20/2020. A lot of 20s, a lot of 10s in the date today. Pretty cool.
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
I don't know. I was asking.
No, I don't know, but it's a cool, like, if you write it down, it's a cool looking date.
I don't know. I'm gonna play blackjack every day, but I'm gonna use it as an excuse.
It's a lucky day.
That's what I'm thinking. Sure. Like it's a gambling day. Yeah.
Yeah. Make a bet. Make a wager.
You always double down on 7.
Maybe what'll happen, lucky for us, is that Twitter will unfucking block the Barstool News Network today. You think that'll happen? You think that'll happen on Tuesday, 2020?
From what I understand, which is very ridiculous, is Cam posted a link saying Trump voters be like, and then he posted the same link
on November 4th.
Biden voters being like.
November 4th, yes.
So he effectively.
It was them flipping out. It was people flipping out.
So there's no chance. What I'm saying is, like, you couldn't make any argument because he posted it about both candidates. So
Correct.
You couldn't make any argument about it being like spreading of false information because obviously, if it's the
What's
same
a joke?
clip for both candidates,
It's a joke.
right.
It was a clear joke.
The Barstool News Network makes fun of all sides. If you're going to start censoring, satirical parody sites that make fun of all sides, then what are we doing?
It's an obvious joke. It's an obvious joke. Tyler O'Day, intern Cam, intern Bubba, locked in a legal battle with Jack and his big tech censorship team right now. We have appealed the suspension.
Oh yeah, they were like,
So-
if you take down the tweets, we'll let you back in. And
But then we get a strike
no.
on the account per
right,
day.
and then
it was like,
Well, you get 3 strikes, and then it's more like your count's gone than you're suspended for a week. So yeah, we don't want to strike for that bullshit.
Well, I just want to say thank you to the kind words of support from everybody in the Hardo Hive as we wage this battle against big tech censorship in America. We don't want to end up like China, do we? Do we want the CCP and Weibo, which is Chinese version of Twitter, to review every single joke and post and see if it's okay? Otherwise, they just scrub it from the internet.
Yeah.
Probably not cool.
I mean, do we want journalists falling out of buildings like in Russia?
Right. Yeah. We'll get back to those.
They just
two
gotta
later,
get
too.
it tighter. I mean, how do they not have their protocols in place? This is, especially Twitter. Facebook has like 90 million different verticals and platforms and products. It's just Twitter's just Twitter. You can run an ad on it, and then that's it.
In hindsight,
Figure it
Facebook
out,
did
guys.
better with this. Twitter's really jacking it up. Really,
Twitter
is
is
dropping the
Is
ball.
that a pun? Jacking it up.
It can be. It wasn't
Also,
intended to be.
Today, make sure if you play Call of Duty to get your Leatherface skin, because you can get a Leatherface skin today on Call of Duty if you want.
That's
As a
today
bad
on
guy.
Tuesday on Call of Duty. And
on
on Friday, you got to get the pay-per-view for Red versus Blue Rough and Rowdy because that is coming this Friday. It's going to be...
Unfortunately, but yes, fortunately, our boy Grease Tank, who we saw Grease Tank was fighting with this monster.
A monster.
And we hit up Grease Tank, but Grease Tank, are you fighting?
little worried.
We were going to offer to be his corner guys. And he said, guys, I actually can't fight because the doctor didn't clear me. And what I didn't say to Grease Tank was thank God. Yeah.
I said thank God to Grace Tank. I said, the guy you're going up against is a monster because I've had too many head injuries in the past. I was like, well, you don't want to go against the bodybuilding arm wrestling champion of the whatever coast.
So Grease Tank's got moxie. I still have faith that if Grease Tank had been able to go, he would have taken care of business, but thankfully the doctor.
Well, he invited us to be on his
right.
pit crew for his racing team.
Well,
we should
definitely.
Yeah, he races some sort of van for team. It's some sort of semi-pro racing league.
He lives in it
he
too.
races a van. Yes,
he said he lives.
So.
With us, the biggest thing is travel expenses. So if you want us out there for anything like to crew anything, we will entertain it.
I'm glad the Grease Tank isn't there because you can tell that guy's a tough guy. He's like Homer Simpson in that episode where he boxed like the Mike Tyson guy. He would just take punishment from that guy like over and over again. You're not going to knock the Grease Tank down, but you are going to hit him in the head 500 times.
On the crew, you want to give Mark the stopwatch, though. I want to make that clear. You don't want to give Mark like a power drill. Probably.
Yeah, something with math. Yeah,
math.
Right, math.
Not tiring.
Yeah, timing, the notation guy.
That's fair. Not even mad about that dig. That's just accurate.
Also,
wasn't a dig. I'm just trying to apply everyone's skill set to the best.
Right, we're just going to maximize our efficiency.
That lap was faster, Grease Tank.
Related to Red versus Blue. related to R&R, get that pay-per-view Friday night. We're considering incorporating freedom bongs, which is beer bongs branded for Joe Biden and Donald Trump into the election live stream.
Freedom funnels. Yeah, freedom
Freedom
funnels.
funnels.
And so that I agree with that. And on Thursday night is the debate. So live debate show. So big week.
So get ready for that live debate show, and then 2 weeks from that, or next, obviously November 3rd, huge live stream for the election.
Tip, we are not going to stop streaming until the
Correct.
election results are announced.
Correct.
Yeah.
And funny you should mention that. It transitions into a streaming story that someone got in trouble for. We promise we won't pull our dicks out on the stream, but we will. If we have to take shifts sleeping, we'll have at least one guy awake, and we'll go 100 hours in a row. We won't stop.
I'll make that guarantee for the first 100 hours.
Yeah, 100 hours will be on
post
nonstop.
100. I'm not.
But
saying
you're
that.
also going to see live podcasts because we have to continue to do the podcast. So
Well, it depends on how many freedom funnels. I can't make any guarantees.
Yeah.
I think the freedom funnel is a bad idea. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I hear you on that, Beef. The freedom funnel has me a little worried.
We got to talk offline about the freedom funneling, like one per state type thing.
Look,
that's going to get
there's
spicy.
some interesting options on the table.
Essentially, someone made a Biden funnel and a Trump funnel, and the idea is
beer bong funnels, freedom funnels,
right?
Yeah. So every
and
state
the idea is that you
called
could potentially make
drink,
one person drink for each state on each funnel, which means that those two people would then be funny to watch their progression. But anyhow, we'll see. We'll talk. We'll
see about
think
that.
about it.
Let's
could
get into the
hairy,
stories.
like
let's
this
get into
story.
the,
First
let's
story.
get into the stories. And you know what this is? We're going to open the show with two dick stories. I'm going to double dick y'all. So cover your face.
Double dick.
First up, Jeffrey Tube Dick Toobin decided it was time that all his coworkers saw what he was working with when he got up from a Zoom meeting and whipped out his cock. You guys know who Jeffrey Toobin is?
Don't know.
Okay. He works for the New Yorker, and he also is the chief legal analyst for CNN. He's basically, pun intended, the big swinging dick of legal journalism, law journalism. So he's
yes.
So,
that's a pretty big mistake from a legal
decades.
guy to show his dick to a lot of people.
It is.
Right, because you can get my brother, who's a lawyer, is always like, we can't commit that crime because I might lose my law license.
Bubba, can you pop in here? He's
always bitching about that.
Bubba, can you pop in here? Was this a smart idea from a legal perspective? You're a lawyer.
I'm gonna have to say no, Mark. I don't think whipping your dick out on any live stream is a good move from a legal perspective.
Is Toobin your hero?
No, I also haven't taken the bar yet, so I'm not sure if that is right.
Yeah, keep your dick in your pants. Gonna guarantee that's the law of the land.
The New Yorker, for which Toobin works for, said, "Hey man, you pull your dick out, we got to suspend you, Toobinator." And that's exactly what they did on Monday while opening an investigation. And I'm pretty sure that investigation is going to be pretty straightforward because news that came in later on Monday was he was masturbating pretty hard.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So he's on a Zoom call and he busts his dick out. When I've
who was he on the Zoom call with though?
So he was on a Zoom call with employees of the New Yorker and employees of WNYC Radio who were in competition with. So
that's my favorite radio station.
Isn't that like Radio Perfect and all
that's
that?
Radio Lab. That's Radio Lab.
Yeah,
so this guy, youtube.com/HardFactorNews, stands up, exposes himself, and starts masturbating in the meeting.
That's correct. He said, "I made an embarrassingly stupid mistake believing I was off camera. I apologize to my wife, family, friends, and coworkers. I thought I had muted the Zoom video." To which Jeffrey, you can't mute video. So I think he was just like staring at the females because there were a few to a lot on the Zoom, and he hit the mute button.
But
and
even
he thought that turned the video off, and he just pulled his dick out and started jerking off.
Isn't that still like a crime? Well, I don't know.
I mean, if a tree falls in the woods and no one sees it, is it a crime?
You can't jack off looking at your coworkers.
Well, if they can't see you, I mean, how can they prove
it?
Well,
if they can't see you, but if they could see, so he thought. Do we know if it was like the end of the meeting? Was
more
just taking a mid-meeting break?
More to come, Pat. I think he just got up, was bored of the meeting, hit the mute button, and said, "Oh yeah," because he basically.
How old is this guy?
I don't know.
He's
He's
in his 60s.
in his 60s, I think. But like, you can't mute video, Jeffrey. You can only mute audio. So all they saw was like Jeffrey jerking off, like talking to his dick, but they couldn't hear what he was saying. He's talking to it like it's a person. It's just the
How did he
audio's
not
muted.
realize? Like, didn't it get super awkward? Like when they
I'm
called
pretty
you-
sure.
Honor.
I'm pretty sure they ended the Zoom pretty quickly.
They're like, does everybody else see what Jeffrey's doing? We're gonna end
Jeffrey!
in the call.
Jeffrey, no!
The
And
call
then
ends
whoever-
with him picking up his cell phone and being
Yeah.
like, "What?
I'm
what?
what? You can see me? Oh God.
He's 60. Good on him for being that horned up at 60. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, excellent libido for his age. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this isn't the first incident for no lube and tubing though.
Still, that's definitely like I don't know the crimes, but that's got to be. I mean,
Several.
similar to the LSU parking lot masturbator. This guy's like a Zoom version of that.
Yeah, but this one you can't prove you're playing the air drums or even like not even close. This was
Right. You
this
just have a
was
camera
bad.
on you.
Yeah,
More
and it
importantly,
recorded
Videoing the crime. Yeah.
How did this
recorded.
get out? I mean, obviously he's on the phone with a bunch of journalists. Was it a public broadcast or because if it's an internal meeting, like you should,
It was an
they should have
internal.
kept their mouth
It was
shut.
an internal meeting, and
It
all
was
of the
so
women
shocking and
they
appalling.
They were
Yeah.
mortified because he was just like staring at them and jerking off. Pat.
Right.
Like, he also
assault, brother,
Like
as
I said,
they say.
he works as the chief legal analyst for CNN, and he asked for some time off, which CNN granted. He said, "I need
No
some time
shit.
off for
I
personal."
think
Yeah.
they're gonna grant
Yeah.
as much time off as he wants.
That's what I'm saying. They said take
gotta
as much
get that
time
out
as
of
you
his
need,
system.
and maybe while you're off, get a narrower lens. Like step to the side next time, buddy. Look, we're all gonna have to wait to see the exact details of like how egregious it was, but I think we're gonna find out soon. Oh, and 12 years ago, he knocked up a coworker's daughter, Casey Greenfield, who he was cheating on his wife, and he had a kid, I think, with his wife at the time.
Classy move.
She was way younger than him. He knocked her up, and then he allegedly tried to pay her to have an abortion. And then when she refused, he tried to ghost her, and then she took him to court for child support, and he like Michael Avenatti'd her on the child support type stuff for a while, allegedly on the child support.
Well, he's a lawyer, so he'd be good at getting out of legal
Yeah,
paperwork.
can we get Ronan
But I was
Farrow on this guy?
Yeah, Ronan Farrow needs to get in here. But saying that information you just released, Mark, makes me think poorly of him. Previously, I'm thinking, poor guy, shouldn't have been doing that. But
Right.
dang. But then apparently,
No.
if he's like a serial sex abuser, well, we don't know. Let's give.
He's
the
got
Benny
some
a
skeletons
doubt.
in the closet. Look,
Yes.
also, fellas, you got to stop pulling your dicks out on these Zoom meetings. You're going to ruin working from home for everyone if you keep doing this. So stop it, knock it
Well,
off.
no, I think just maybe fewer people have camera rights. You know,
Well,
maybe not everybody
yeah.
needs to be on camera for every meeting.
I mean,
Zoom needs to put like
a few more
in-
dicks, and we're all going back to work.
in broadcast radio. There's what is it called? The 7-second delay button. It's called the kill button or the dump button, right? They need to
Dump
have
button, yeah.
this button for anyone that's hosting a Zoom call, because like I think I'm hosting this call. I can like mute Will or Mark, but it's
Well,
hard to find.
What about filters? You know how filters can see if it's your face and put like bunny ears on it? Why can't we get a dick notification and it puts a filter on your dick? It puts like a chastity belt or something on your
Or like
dick.
a vagina. Over
we
it.
talked
yeah,
about that
yeah.
before. Wait,
Yeah.
this is
We need
this
dick
is-
recognition.
Didn't
Yeah.
they have the hot dog? They repurposed the hot dog recognition app to be a dick pic, like
Well, we need
screener.
That's what we
Didn't
need.
that? There was a kid that already like licensed that technology that we
Well,
covered.
that's
on
that
the
kid's
show.
going places. All right,
What a prude.
second dick coming at you guys. Matthew McConaughey talked about how his father died in his new book, and it made news on Monday. The other dick that made news, and that's because he said his dad died while having sex with his mom, and his heart popped when he popped. So Reddit climax. Massive heart attack. It's not the first time he's talked about it. He told Howard Stern years back, but that was a while ago, and his book's coming out, so it's made it back to the news. Apparently, he talks about his dad's dick a lot.
Yeah, no, I've read interviews with him where he's spoken about his dad's ultra aggressive sexual nature and large penis before as well. So.
Yeah, apparently he was a violent man, but a loving man at the same time. Apparently, the whole family likes to talk about Big Jim's dick. His mother allegedly told the paramedics not to cover up her late husband when they were taking his body out because she wanted everyone to see her big old Jim McConaughey and his gift. So she wanted all the paramedics to get a good old look at that hog.
Take a look at that
one
dick.
last time. Yeah. I don't think my wife would say the same thing if I was in that role. She's like, you can go ahead and zip him up.
I don't think any of us are in the his gift club.
Gift
But
club.
The gift club.
No wonder why he died of a heart attack. All the blood was in his huge dick, and it couldn't get back to his heart.
takes a lot of resource, ton of resource allocation. It's like when you check your CPU usage, and like his dick is like Photoshop, like it's taking up like 60% of the RAM. But I feel like the guys that get the gift dick never turn out well. Like you have Ron Jeremy right now, he got the gift dick. Like John Holmes, he was like in the Wonderland robberies. Like the
people take advantage of the gift dick.
It
I'm
never
sure.
ends.
Right?
Oh, dude, Dirk Diggler based on John Holmes. Yeah, it never works out.
Yeah, it's not a lot of nice guys with gift dicks out there. It's
no, it's more of a curse.
I'd imagine it's a whole mental leg up or whatever you want to say, third leg up. It sounds like the McConaughey's really cherish Jim's huge dong though. They're probably still setting a place for that thing at the dinner table, and maybe have a paint your life painting of it hanging up in the living room. I don't know.
The thing is, you really got to make that a big part of your kid's life for them to talk about it after your death. What do you know about dads? Like I know about my dad. Like he spent time with Allen Ginsberg. Like that's a big thing because there was a big thing in his life that he told me about a bunch. So I'm sure if he ever passes, I'm like, oh yeah, my dad.
When the dick becomes bigger than the man.
Ginsberg. Exactly.
Most people's life's work is different than just the size of their penis. Yeah.
Yeah, they talk about his dick like it's Bill Bradsky in that family.
Right.
Bill Bradsky. That's it.
All right.
Oh, my dad. You should see his dick, and his name is also Jim.
What's that I spy over there? What is that I see? It's a new segment, Spy Island. All right, YouTube.com/HardFactor News.
Prop comedy.
Cool props we got. Spy Island, and we're taking it over there because the current top spy in the U.S., the director of national intelligence, John Radcliffe, he went on Fox News on Monday to address the Hunter Biden hard drive and the Durham investigation. So the hard drive, obviously, you guys know the pictures we talked about last week. Durham investigation we've talked about throughout the year. It's the counter investigation to the Mueller report, basically. So
right.
On the Hunter Biden laptop, Representative Adam Schiff of California had claimed that it's Russian disinformation, but DNI Radcliffe says that's not the case and that the intelligence community has not briefed Congress on the contents of the laptop yet. Radcliffe added that he suspects more indictments are coming on the Durham investigation. There's been one so far for somebody falsifying something as part of the Mueller report, but he expects more to come. And basically both parties spy on each other constantly in the U.S., and we're just watching the shit hit the fan all the time now. Also, the FBI is still investigating if the Hunter Biden laptop is part of a Russia campaign. People note that the FBI is still investigating it, but it's already been claimed by Rudy Giuliani and Steve Bannon from the start, so it seems more like a whiskey mouth campaign than a Russia campaign at this point.
So,
yeah.
Can you explain a little bit more of the Durham investigation to me? Because I've not been following it. So
the Durham investigation is basically this guy, John Durham, AG Bill Barr, brought him in to look and see about the spying on the Trump campaign in 2016 by the FBI. There's been one indictment so far, and Radcliffe is saying he expects more to come, basically, out of the FBI and how they handled that.
Sounds like just, more impeachments to come as well. Just like, yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like that.
No
now
who's going to be president in the future?
It's setting up a similar style to
impeachment,
this last one, right? Maybe for a Biden, and
obviously depends on who wins and depends on who's in control of Congress. But it sounds like everyone be dry snitching.
Everybody's smooching with everybody. Everybody's spying on everybody. Everybody's kids in bed with one of Russia or China or both or whatever. Blah blah blah. It's just a fucking mess. Basically.
But the Biden laptop thing, what I can tell you, and I would put $1 bazillion on it, is someone hacked a laptop, got the information, and then they set up this stooge in Delaware as a computer repair.
You don't think he actually left his computers anywhere?
No, absolutely no fucking.
Not at a pawn shop. No, I agree with you. I think that it was obtained illegally, but that it's
going to come out.
It's definitely Hunter Biden and his information.
Nobody is disputing that the evidence is real that's been uncovered so far. The DOJ wasn't done there for the day. Along with the FBI, they leveled charges. Charges on 6 Russian government hackers for hacking the Ukrainian power grid, their infrastructure and turning off the power during the winter. The South Korean Winter Olympics for data and just to like embarrass people. Wow. And then the French and other European voting systems for also data and embarrassment purposes and to swing elections. Basically, the DOJ... Russia. Basically, the DOJ is saying, stop fucking around with all the malicious hacking, Russia, please. And it's symbolic since Russia isn't going to just ship us their best hackers and put them in U.S. jail, but the U.S. is formally levying the charges.
Russia's addicted to hacking. I mean, I get the Olympics. That's fair game because they got kicked out, but they got to stop meddling with
turning off Ukraine's power in the winter. That's pretty rough.
That's fucked up.
They're like that opening scene in The Social Network where like Mark Zuckerberg is hacking all the Facebooks of the different dorms just to fucking do it while he's drunk.
Right.
It's like that. That's Russia is like that dorm room.
Just to Toobin.
That level of hacking, yeah, so aggressive. Exactly. And the DOJ is like, please stop hacking everybody in the world, Russia. Yeah,
but by the way, I'm going to start calling masturbating tubining. Just
Toobin?
Yeah, I had Toobin today.
Toobin?
Mm-hmm.
Took a look.
You gonna on the show here or
in life in both?
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see. But yeah,
well, maybe it'll catch on. That'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Perhaps taking it over to the other spy hotbed, China.
Tubing twice today.
You're tubing all over the place.
Use it in a sentence. Step one.
A tubing in several rooms. Where the spying in China is more so going on Americans living in China right now than the U.S. government than anything else. So China's basically just spying on people inside China, as always. The U.S. government is warning that the Chinese state is considering an exit ban on U.S. citizens stemming from the Chinese military scientists who were busted spying in America in Houston earlier this year. Basically, the U.S.-China trade war is coming along with its own spy war on the side. And something tells me that that's going to stay the same no matter who's in charge here because they have Xi, Emperor for life, who, if we're fucking with them, is going to keep U.S. citizens stuck in China. Sounds like so.
That's a strong spy war. China-U.S. spy war. That's a good one. That's like That's
a lot of black bags being tossed around in that one. Finally, U.S. intelligence from China indicates that they are indeed gearing up along the Chinese East Coast with their military, the Marines, and long-range missiles, and it's looking like they are definitely preparing for an invasion of the island nation of Taiwan. The U.S. is encouraging Taiwan to prepare for the impending attack. Japan and Vietnam actually struck a deal with each other, a trade deal, in the anticipation of China starting to flex their military muscles all over Asia. China is also squabbling with India, and Xi told his soldiers to prepare their minds for war. So we'll see what happens. But people need to just wake up and smell the coffee. If you think one or the other, China, Russia, only one is dangerous, you're insane. They're both definitely dangerous on the international scale.
Is China doing the thing Risk style where they here we took Hong Kong kind of quietly. It's not
no, yeah, we
took
Hong Kong and now we're going to get Taiwan.
Now we're taking Taiwan.
Now we're going to get Taiwan.
And we're going to see how angry people get, and then if we get Taiwan,
and then
we're going to do something else.
We'll do maybe part of India. We'll take a piece of India. It seems like they're getting more aggressive militarily. Yeah,
the U.S. encouraging Taiwan to prepare for an impending attack from China is the equivalent of what we could do being in Grease Tank's corner as his cornerman against that arm wrestle.
Kinda, not
it's
much. Similar.
Go get him, Grease Tank. Really,
we're selling weapons, I think too. I think we're selling weapons too.
To be prepared for the attack from China. Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. At some point, we're gonna have to either put our foot down or just let China take over.
Well, we'll probably take the lead from take the lead from our allies over there, like Japan, South Korea, people who are closer to the situation. But China definitely getting a little cantankerous. It's also like I was saying, both are dangerous when you think about international politics because they both have Putin, who's basically going to be elected as long as he wants to be, and then Xi, who is president for life. So it's. These are regimes that are going to make moves and going to spy and going to do shit like that.
I think Xi's going to get less crazy with age.
Right. Yeah, that'll happen. It'll probably just get more reasonable. Side note, these stories make me want to start a Genghis Khan awareness program since both countries are probably very ashamed of when they were all dominated by the Khans for about 150 years. We know China wants to wipe Genghis Khan off the face of the history books. I'm sure Putin is not a big fan of the cons. I think a con awareness program would be a good thing.
Genghis Khan's like Muhammad over there. You show them images of Genghis Khan, and they'll cut your head off.
They don't like it. Do you guys
No, they
know
don't like
that guy Dan Carlin who does hardcore history? He released a book on tape series about Genghis Khan.
I heard it's really good though. His show.
It's really good. It's really long. It's like 6 hours, but it's just murder after murder after murder after rape after murder. Like the guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
Well, the cons ruled Eurasia with an iron fist, and they just killed everybody. I get that they were not great people. I get they were not great people. What I'm saying is it's just funny because they're trying to wipe them out of the history books.
The cons are so dominant that they called it my Asia. You know what I mean? Not Eurasia.
I get it. Also, Mike Snow's song, Genghis Khan, great song.
That is a good song.
Mike Snow, I saw them at Lollapalooza one time. Great live band, too. Really good band.
They didn't have Genghis Khan out at that point, though, did they?
I don't think so, no.
Genghis Khan, now that's a great song. Great song, great awareness program in general. Genghis Khan, I'm keeping the dream alive for the cons.
Okay.
I'm not like representing them like I'm not going to live a con lifestyle, but
I'm going to leave that one alone. That's all you.
Just saying that I don't want people to forget they existed. Is that okay?
Bubba, can you
Hard Factor Will solo project.
When I'm getting into this next story, can you look up, I think, what the percentage of people that are direct descendants from Genghis Khan on this planet? Because I want to say it's like 12% of the planet. Or something like that. But
he was prima noctaing everyone?
Oh, he was getting in there. Guys, this next lightning round is brought to you by our partner, Predict It, the only place that you can wager on news and politics. It's 100% legal in all 50 states. And all you got to do, if you want a free 20, if you want to sign up for an account, throw $20 in there, we'll match that 20. Go to this unique URL. It is predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. Sign up. We'll put 20 in your account. Guys, here's what's going on at Predicted right now. And we're less than 2 weeks away from the election, and it's super fucking interesting. Normally we'll give you picks on what the best markets to get in on are, but I want to tell you this. If you're a Republican and you think the Republicans are going to win, or a Democrat and you think the Democrats are going to win, whoever you think is going to win, there's a ton of money to be made. So if you're confident that the Republicans are going to win Florida, guess what? You can buy that at 53 cents right now. Or if you think the Dems are going to win, buy it at 51 cents. Same thing with Michigan. Right now, the Dems are at 69 cents, the Republicans at 34 cents. And the just straight up coin toss of who's going to be the winner. Joe Biden's at 65 cents. Donald Trump's at 40. Texas going Republicans at 74 cents, Democrat 27 cents. So I guess what I'm saying is if you got a gut feeling, there's a lot of money to be made on pretty much every state market because they're pretty evenly split.
Swing states, the money to be made for sure, all sides. If you are certain about any of the swing states, just go in on it.
Are you in there, Beef? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, if you have a lot of money to throw around, you can get, like, a 10% guarantee. Even states like California are, like, 93 cents to go Democrat.
The big boys,
like,
the big boys,
you can locks.
That's if you're throwing, like, huge stacks around, though, and you're
not going to make 10% increase guaranteed.
Right.
But, yeah.
But even in, like the Beef was saying, swing states, you can hit up to probably 40% if you feel like you know exactly what way that state's going to go.
Yeah, Oregon right now is at 91 cents, so you can make 9% on your money if you get in there. What else? North Carolina is at 24 cents. You get 6%.
Or like Montana red 90. There's
Montana 10. 90 cents. Yeah, come on. North Dakota and South Dakota 90.
Alaska red 85. That's
a good one.
Yeah,
ooh, that's 15.
Maine blue 88. That's a good one.
So these are just locks, just mortal locks thrown at you guys. So if you want to get in on the action, go to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. Sign up for a new account, throw $20 in there. We will match it. And let's get to the lightning round.
Before you do you want that stat?
Yes. How many people?
So it says that about 8% of people living in the region of Genghis Khan are related to him, which translates to 0.5% of the male population in the world, roughly 16 million descendants living today.
Whoa. Pretty impressive.
60 million Khans.
This is why you want to be careful.
16.
Yeah, 16 million. This is why you want to be careful when you get in a bar fight with a stranger. They might be a descendant of Genghis Khan.
Yeah, you have a 0.5% chance.
Road rage might be a descendant of Genghis Khan. They'll kill you.
Yeah, especially if he's in a like a tuk-tuk or a Suzuki car.
I wasn't
really
trying to bring race into it, but yeah.
I'm just
yes.
these are things that are more common in Asia and not America.
Well, I mean, he was a Mongolian though, so I think
these are just facts, guys. All right, guys. In case you weren't stressed already, get ready for this. Yesterday, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake struck 62 miles southeast of Sandpoint, Alaska, causing tsunami warnings to be issued. I did not know that Alaska had tsunami sirens, but that's a fun thing to add to your already interesting existence in Alaska. And guys, this earthquake literally struck while I was researching the story I was gonna do. So
yeah, about Alaskan tsunamis, right?
Exactly about the fact that scientists are warning that a gigantic, catastrophic tsunami in Alaska triggered by a landslide of rock. Which is left unstable after glacier melting, is likely to occur in the next 2 decades, and scientists fear it could happen within the next 12 months. So, as we know, the ice is melting in Alaska. There's a gigantic rock slide, potentially what's going to happen, and it will cause it's their words, not mine, catastrophic tsunami.
This reminds me of like there's a place in New Zealand and then there's Yellowstone in like the West where they're like it's just going to explode one year because it's all volcanoes.
Old Faithful. Yeah, they know it's going to happen.
Right, like eventually it's just going to explode and everybody around
a lava tsunami. Tsunami there, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Old
now
Faithful,
it's water tsunami.
Everyone thinks it's cute, but really it's just a warning sign that fires once a day to not be around that area. Guys, in an open letter to the Alaska Department of Natural Resources, the scientists said, quote, based on elevation and the deposit above the water, the volume of land that was slipping and the angle of the slope, we calculated that a collapse would release 16 times more debris and 11 times more energy than Alaska's 1958 Latoya Bay landslide and mega tsunami.
Whoa, no one's alive to remember that. They all died.
To put this in context, guys, quick reference. A witness of the 1958 episode likened it to the detonation of an atomic bomb. So 11 times that.
11 times an atomic bomb. Sounds delightful.
Coming at you.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Wait, do they know exactly where in Alaska or just...
Prince William Sound. Okay. Prince William Sound. So, for example, the earthquake that hit yesterday is way far away from where they're talking about this happening potentially.
So there's like half of Alaska get water on it if that happens? Like, how does that work?
Well, yeah, it's going to be pretty wet. Well, you better get your raincoats and maybe.
You know what's going to suck is when you see this wave coming at you, and there's like some bears like body surfing it with their huge claws like, coming at you. No thanks.
Yeah, they're going to be angry.
Yeah,
they are going to be angry. Wolves too.
Yeah, wolves and bears.
Yeah, pretty much every big megafauna that's still around is in Alaska, and it's going to be body surfing.
And the eagles are like the eagles are flying above them, guiding them to the humans.
Not a good scene.
Yeah. Let's not think about it.
And if it's the winter, it's going to be bitter cold.
Well, if it's the summer, it's going to be bitter cold. I mean, at least if you're getting a tsunami in fucking Southeast Asia, you know it's going to be warm water while you die. In Alaska, you're first going to be fucking annoyed by how
the
cold
water's going to be
drown.
cold for sure. Yeah,
gonna want to wear your wetsuit for that one.
So, guys, the Hasidic, and also I hope that there's like a Bodhi type guy that goes up and tries to surf it.
Bell's Beach style.
Well, most guys in Alaska have that Bodhi mentality. So yeah, I think that a few would.
Yeah, I think some guys would be like surfing on the top of their like the roof of their house.
Yeah, some guys like I moved here for the tsunami.
Right.
Yeah, I mean they've been robbing banks for at least 12 months leading up to it. For the big one, guys,
on their roof with a bag of cash.
Yeah,
I am an FBI agent.
Yeah, Utah too.
I don't care. Just the response I was looking for. Guys, the Hasidic Jewish community of Brooklyn is at it again, giving no fucks about anyone that isn't within their insular community. Sorry, sometimes you got to give it to Hasidim in Brooklyn because, in my experience, they haven't been very kind to me. But that's okay. And New York,
you and Cuomo both. You got.
They're tough. He's
got a big beef going with the community, right?
Isn't it De Blasio too?
At De Blasio, yeah.
It was De Blasio. He wasn't letting people go to like funerals and shit and what he was.
Well, guys, New York health officials are punching back against the Hasidic community, shutting down a wedding that was planned for Monday that was estimated to have brought together up to 10,000 unmasked guests, which just for quick reference would be 200 times the allotted 50-person gathering limit. But who's counting?
Close.
Yeah, just a bit outside.
I guess if you're gonna break the 50, you might as well just go for it, right?
I mean, they're just having weddings. Like, I don't think they care.
They don't give a
from what I gather about this community so far, they've largely ignored the lockdown in general. So,
well, they have their own ambulances, their own hospitals, their own police force. Yeah. So, they operate on their own schedule and
doing their own thing.
It comes with wearing masks and shit too, guys. The wedding is for the grandson of Zalam Leib Tetelbaum, the rabbi of the Congregation Yetev Lev de Smutar. I mispronounced that. Sorry, synagogue. The synagogue clapped back at New York officials saying the wedding would be a small group of people. And, quote, it's sad that nobody verified our plans before attacking us. They're feeling attacked, which, hey, let's hear them. I do want to say that the neighborhoods, including Borough Park and Williamsburg, accounted for 20% of the city's new COVID-19 cases in recent weeks, according to city health department numbers. So,
Yeah, we've had a few weddings. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Wes isn't on the show because he's doing weddings. He's been He's had so many weddings that he's got weddings during the week now.
Wes has gotten COVID at least 5 times since leaving rehab.
Wedding Wes. Yeah, we all took a Zoom call today, and we were all in different places. And I was out and about with my mask on. Wes was out and about just wearing his mustache. I didn't see.
No, yeah, he's immune at this point. I mean, he's already he's been in contact with 10 million people. If you trace
all of them
back.
at Costco.
Yeah.
And guys, finally, don't vote for Joe Biden if you value the Christmas season, because on Sunday at a rally in Carson City, Nevada, Donald Trump issued a scary decree. Let's play the clip.
Oh, okay.
Under the Biden lockdown, the lights of Reno and Las Vegas were extinguished. Carson City will become a ghost town. If he comes in, Carson City will become a ghost town. And the Christmas season will be canceled. Look, remember I said we're going to bring back Christmas, right? The name? Remember? We brought it back, right? Remember?
That son of a bitch is going to cancel Christmas?
Unbelievable. How could you cancel Christmas? Speaking of like shitting your pants at the size of a crowd, imagine if de Blasio saw that crowd in Carson City. It's a city of 55,000 people. That crowd had to be bigger than 55,000.
Oh, easily.
Easily. People traveled for that rally.
Yeah.
And guys, it is very well known that Joe Biden has every intention of canceling Christmas. But the only problem is Donald Trump. If he's elected, he won't be president until January 2021, and we're currently investigating how a Christmas cancellation would be possible before Christmas is actual.
He's saying he'll have 4 years to break it down,
This will be your last one. You better get your ho-ho-hoing in.
Get your Merry Christmases in now, because it will be illegal to say.
A lifetime's worth this December.
If there's anyone with a graphic design background, if you could illustrate a Biden Grinch for us, that would be really appreciated. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Mark, did you have something?
I was just going to say, I hope that a theme at these rallies, the Trump rallies, are people start going as like Santa Claus because of the Christmas stuff. I would like to see a bunch of like drunk people as Santa Claus starting as soon as the next rally.
Maybe that's what did it for 50 Cent. I saw he came out in support of Trump.
Oh, really? Well, he's a big Christmas guy.
After the Biden tax plan. But still, maybe the
50
Christmas
Cent has a Christmas
on.
album coming out.
Yeah.
I think he got shot 9 times around Christmas. It was the 13th. That's going to do it for Hard Pack, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, huge week this week. As we mentioned earlier, we got debate coverage coming up later in the week, and we are leading into what is our Super Bowl, which is the election of the president in less than 2 weeks. If you have not voted, early voting is taking place in a lot of states. Get out there and early vote. If you don't have the opportunity to do early vote or mail in your absentee ballot, please get a plan together for your local polling place. There have been record turnouts at early voting thus far. And it is very important that regardless of what your political affiliation is, that you participate in the democratic process.
Take advantage of all of this year more than ever. I feel like a lot of places have, even places you have to vote in person, like Texas, you have access to like early voting. Get out there, do the easiest thing you possibly can. If it's a mail-in, whatever, just make sure that you can get to the poll and it's not going to be a huge pain in your ass.
All of our listeners have already voted. You know that.
I know, but maybe here's a better thing. If you have a friend or a family member who you feel like is registered but is going to be a total a-hole and try to be apolitical and not participate in our democratic process,
tell them to at least vote on the
thousands and thousands and thousands of people have died for your right to have. Take them to the poll.
Tell them that. Tell them that. Give them the whole spiel. They'll love it.
Yeah, or trick them. Tell them you're going to church, and then
you traitor.
There's a polling place here. Have a great fucking day.